guys, and welcome back to part 2 of my Barbie special here on Art Nouveau, where I'm collaborating with Gallery 1988 for their Mattel tribute show, The Joys of Toys. And on today's episode, I'm going to be doing my second piece for the show that's going to be inspired by Totally Hair Barbie.
Gel it, scrunch it, now is that totally hot, totally cool, totally hair Barbie.
Which was one of my favorite Barbies as a kid. She was just so iconic and 90s and neon and big hair and everything I'm still into now. Anyways, if you didn't see my first episode where I created this piece entitled Defender of the Dream House, you can watch that first, or you can watch them in any order you like. And both of these pieces are available exclusively through Gallery 1988 at this tiny link right here. So without further ado, because I talked quite a bit in the last episode, I'm going to jump in right to the painting process and show you guys how this piece turned out. I'll also have a second video where I show you what went wrong and how to avoid what went wrong. And I hope you guys enjoy these pieces. I hope they bring you as much joy as they brought me. A lot of joys. Joys of toys. My name is Joy. And at the end of this episode, I'm also going to show you a little behind the scenes of the gallery opening, where I got to meet some incredible artists and geek out really hard meeting my idols and seeing some original art live in the flesh. And it was incredible. Thank you so much to everyone who came out and saw me in person. I hope to be back at Gallery 1988 really soon to meet more of you and do future shows. So I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that in a bit, but for now, let's get to painting. So like I said, my main inspiration for this piece is Mattel's Totally Hair Barbie from 1992. And apparently this doll was so popular that they actually re-released her a couple of years ago, like a new version. So I guess it's kind of a nostalgic doll for many of us late 80s, early 90s kids. And I just had to throw this in here. This was actually like a revamp that somebody made of Totally Hair Barbie. I love these customized dolls. They're just so gorgeous and inspiring. Like, it kind of makes me want to do some custom dolls. Who knows if I ever have time. I also want to bring in some inspiration from like Barbie coloring books. I had a lot of these about the same age, and I really loved the clean, simple line art. And this is kind of has a great vibe to it as well. So I want to try and incorporate a little bit of that inspiration. I also want to keep in mind that this is going to be a companion piece to my Defender of the Dream House, and even though it's a different vibe and a different Barbie theme, I want some repeating colors and shapes so they look nice together. So once a pose popped into my head, I took a quick reference photo of myself, no filter, no makeup, and I used this as a jumping off point. I brought this photo into Photoshop and I did a very rough comp here where I just kind of laid in part of her dress pattern and some graphic shapes and colors, so I kind of have an idea where it's going. I didn't even do a face or anything. So using this very, very rough composite, I'm going to do a tight sketch, and that will eventually become my Totally Hair painting. So I leave you now with some very cheesy, cartoony sounding 90s music. And I'm not even gonna lie, I chose this music because it very strongly reminded me of Kirby Superstar on Super Nintendo, so I'm just gonna plug that in if anybody else catches it. Also, you guys ask me a lot where my music comes from, so I'm just gonna interject this here. I have a subscription with Opus One Music, and they provide a huge royalty-free library. They're not paying me to say this, but they have a really great resource for royalty-free music, so check it out. So just like my Defender of the Dream House piece, I'm going to start this painting off by doing a series of masking techniques using Frisket masking film. And the thing to keep in mind here if you're going to use this, and it actually messes with your brain a little bit, is that you have to remember to cut the mask to be the opposite of what you want to paint. And when I started this, I was like, I actually painted the background the wrong color. So I was like, oh, that's going to be so much harder to actually cut the opposite shape and then respray my little Mattel logo in there. So this does take quite a bit of planning to get correct. And you also have to be very meticulous and make sure the shape is exactly where you want it. You're going to have to live with how it comes out. So I do love the effect because it gives such a clean, graphic, almost digital or paper collage look, and I really love that. And it allows me to paint my details on top without a lot of time building up all my acrylics to look very matte and flat. So anyway, I'm excited to see how this comes out. Now, a few of you have mentioned to me in my last video that my new frisket technique falls into the category of peel porn, and I'm here to proudly admit that I'm very into peel porn. I never really knew that that was like a hashtag or anything, but I hope you enjoy it. For Barbie's dress here, I got a little bit intimidated about the colors and patterns. If you look at the reference photos of her dress, it looks really, just random, and you can just draw some kind of swirling psychedelic shapes. But to get this to read correctly, I really do need to plan out the shapes and where the colors are going to go. Otherwise, this could very easily become one big hot mess. So in Photoshop and using a stylus and a Wacom tablet, I kind of just roughly painted in some shapes here. And I worked on this for quite a while, actually. I probably spent a couple of hours even. The references of the dress really help, but planning it to fit my own piece and my own shape was a bit challenging. So finally, when I had this to work from, it really made the painting process go a lot more smooth. I'm a walrus. Okay, you guys, so my Totally Hair Barbie is finished now, and before I do the final reveal, I just want to remind you that you can get these pieces at Gallery 1988 and online at this link below. These pieces tend to sell out really quickly, so be sure you grab one, and let me know if you do. Shoot me an Instagram picture of it, or let me know if you added my Barbies to your collection. The originals are still currently available, and they include the hot Barbie pink frames that I custom made myself. So I really hope that these pieces might have a forever home with you. I also want to remind you that my online course, the Art School Express, is still on sale until the end of August. All you have to do to save $100 is use my code SUMMER100, and that will shave $100 off your one-time payment. Or you can save on my payment plan, which you can find by scrolling to the bottom of the main Art Nouveau U page and hitting subscribe to payment plan, and then you enter the coupon code SUMMER75 and you can save $75 on your payment plan. I hope to see some of you guys there, and you can spend your summer arting with me. And if you'd like to know more about my course, you can simply visit artnouveau.com. I've got a little trailer, I've got a free trial, I've got everything you need. And if I can make it to Gallery 1988 just by working my butt off every single day since art school, I can help you do it too. At least I think I can. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. I've got lots more art coming your way, and I've got lots of stuff I've got to get busy on, and maybe see you guys over on Twitch. I have just started a Twitch channel. I don't know how to do it yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. But if you want to follow me, I'm MissLeilaniJoy over there, and I'm going to try some live streaming and some arting as soon as I figure out the technology. I just hit my button nips. Sorry about it. Anyways, I'll see you guys very soon on the next episode. Thanks for watching. I leave you now with some images and footage from Gallery 1988's Mattel tribute show, The Joys of Toys. And I also want to give a very special shout out to Brittany Mattias Leather Goods, who invited me to do this really fun photo shoot while I was in LA, featuring her handmade guitar straps. And these are so gorgeous. You can find these, her handbags, camera straps, and other beautiful leather goods at BrittanyMattias.com. Thanks for letting me feel like a girl group rock star for a little while.